What's up guys, Jagex has just dropped this news post during their live stream where they were talking, I assume, about this. So this news post, we're going to just go through it so you guys know what's going on and what to expect in the upcoming update from the 7th of November, which of course is next week. So this says introducing the Garden of Kharid. Now it says from November 7th, visitors to the Kharidian desert will be greeted with an unusual sight, a small encampment of druids who appear to be investigating a garden. Cool, very nice. It seems that since the defeat of the elder gods, Gielinor has been healing. The Garden of Kharid has sprouted overnight, and druids politics and sidekicks, I think it's sidekicks, need your help to find out why. You'll travel Gielinor, cultivating plants wherever you go and investigating other reports of suspiciously lush plant life. You'll be handsomely rewarded for your efforts, so come on, get digging. So there's going to be a new skilling area called the Garden of Kharid, basically, and we're going to talk about what's happening below, but that is the story behind it. That the since the defeat of the elder gods, the Gielinor has been healing and the garden has sprouted, so you're going to be restoring it, I would assume. Now, new skilling content, always good to see. Something that we've been talking about lately. Jagex obviously have already said that they're going to be looking at making skilling better, so this is obviously good, but we're going to see exactly what they've done here. So it says there's plenty of work to be done in the garden, and you'll need to utilize 3 key skills to benefit from everything it has to offer. So you may not only get rewards from these 3, I guess. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We don't know yet, unless it says it further down, but it says you'll have to utilize 3 key skills to benefit from everything it has to offer. So there may be other stuff as well. So it says here, farming. Politics and sidekicks want intrepid adventurers to travel the world, planting herbs and checking their progress. They'll reward your hard work with a new sort of currency that can be used to buy stuff in the reward shop. But hold on, couldn't you do this sort of thing faster? Introducing Plant Power, a farming upgrade that will allow you to plant multiple seeds in the same patch, with diminishing returns of course. This is revolutionary news for any herblore, whatever that says, out there, because you'll be able to get your hands on more herbs than ever before. It's good news for the rest of you too. You'll cut through the seeds, clogging up your bank space in no time. Or the Grand Exchange will hopefully have a higher demand for them, and myself and many other PVMers can just dump them in there and make a little bit of extra profit than what they were worth. So if you've bought up loads of seeds beforehand, you may be sitting on a little bit of money. We don't know. Don't panic buy seeds though. That's not me saying that. Thieving. So that's the farming stuff. With thieving, these druids hold untold knowledge, but unfortunately they're not particularly streetwise. That makes them the perfect target for any enterprising thieves looking to score some cool new items. Okay, so with the same ones that we're helping, we're now going to go and steal from them as well. Okay. Around the Garden of Kharid, you'll find 2 new thieving targets, the Cruxaqual Druid and the Cruxaqual Warrior. To pick their pockets, you'll need thieving levels 42 and 83 respectively, but it's well worth putting the effort in. Apart from the competitive XP rates on offer, this is the only way to obtain Catholic and Elemental Anima Stones. What on Gielinor are those? Gielinor are those? Glad you asked. Okay, so it'll tell us down this next bit, I'm assuming. Runecrafting. The Cruxaqual have harnessed the power of anima, and now so can you. Elemental and Catalytic Anima Stones are the new costumable items which when carried will increase the number of runes you can obtain from each rune essence by 2. Awesome, so you can get more rune essence with these when you're crafting these sort of things. The Elemental Anima Stone increases the rune mount multiplier for air. I mean, all the element ones, I'm assuming. Air, water, fire, and earth, of course. And the Catalytic Anima Stones does the same for mind, body, chaos, death, blood, nature, cosmic, law, soul, astral, and Armadillo runes. So the rest of them pretty much, except for combination runes, it looks like. Yeah, okay. I wonder if this one works on combination runes. Maybe not, I don't know, but we'll see. Right now, pickpocketing Cruxaqual members in the Garden of Kharid is the only way to obtain these useful items, but don't worry, we plan to add them to other loot tables in the future. That's cool, very, very cool. Whereabouts is it? Is it near the Head's Oasis? Is it near there? But anyway, rewards. The druids will grant you special currency for planting herbs across Gielinor. When harvesting a herb patch, you receive currency in line with the number of seeds planted and the required level to plant them. The higher the level, the more seeds you plant, the more currency you'll get. Okay, so obviously Basically, the more farming and the more higher level you are, it's going to scale. You're not going to get the same at level 1 as you will at higher levels, and that's probably going to reflect in what you can get from it too. Speak to politics, and she'll let you know herb of the day, which will net you even more currency when successfully harvested. You can spend your currency on a variety of goodies in the politics reward shop. Okay, so permanent unlocks here. Plant power, tier 1, allows you to plant 2 herb seeds in one patch for increased yield, 4 herbs, 7 herbs, 10 herb seeds in one patch. Holy crap. Okay, so you can now put 10 times the amount of seeds in one patch. It just costs you 25,000 of the new currency, and hey, I mean, it's still pretty good. And this is a permanent unlock. You get it once, it's done. Speedy growth skips the first growth stage of herb patches. Damn, that is a good buff too. Bountiful harvest grants increased harvest from grapevines, bushes, cacti, fruit trees, 50% chance to gain a +1 yield from each harvest action. Farmer's outfit gives you a random unknown piece of the farmer's outfit. We all probably can already get that, or maybe you already have that. I think you can get it from invention. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can, right? Quick sense reduces the number of ticks per craft for incense sticks by 50%. That is actually really good. Making incense sticks takes so freaking long. This is a good buff to that. That's good. Everlasting incense. Incense sticks effects are no longer removed upon death. Oh, that is beautiful. That is so good. Oh, that is really nice. I'm gonna have to do some farming. This saves so much money. Holy crap. Okay. Honorary Druid title. An appropriate title for Green Thumbed Adventurer. So it's just a title for 50,000 and buckets all the way down. Buckets are no longer required to take compost from a compost bin. That's very convenient for 10,000 points. Nice. Consumable rewards. Patch bombs. Instantly harvest a farming patch using the bomb. Like a Vuln bomb, but instantly harvests. That's interesting. Supreme growth potion can be used on a mushroom. Can be used on mushroom, hops, allotment, and evil turnip patches to fully grow the plant near instantly. So this is all that you know what this is. We can already get these, I believe, from Player on Farms. The supreme growth stuff. They're all the same, I think. Sand seed, an item which teleports you directly to them for 1,000, which will be a consumable one as well. Maybe you'll get a few charges. Maybe you just get one. I'm not too sure. But there you go. Plant power. Plant power lets you plant multiple seeds in one farming patch with diminishing returns. You receive more produce for your time, but less produce per seed. Here's an example. Okay, so this is going to increase the demand of seeds, but it's also going to give you more herbs per hour, I guess, if you want to look at like an hourly rate. So per like run, you're going to get more, but it's going to cost you more. So that's not bad. It'll increase the cost of herbs. This is a good way to scale it, but the default one is 3, and then you get 3. One seed is 3 herbs, and then you get 5, 7, 12, 15. You can get up to 18. You can get up to 18 if you plant 10 seeds. So if 1 is 6, oh wait, if 1 is 6, damn, that's a big amount of seed jumps just to get that. That's 3 seeds worth. 3 seeds worth, but you use 10 and you get it 18, but you get it quicker. So someone will probably work out whether it's worth it or not. But it depends on what happens with the seed prices. At the moment, seeds are worth nothing, so it's probably worth it. But otherwise, I'm not sure. Quality of life changes. Patch disease. Good news, everyone. Disease farming patches will no longer die. Previously, you needed a pretty well thought out strategy to do a proper farming run, and this wasn't necessarily clear to newer players. Would-be farmers had to either accept that the stabilized portion of their crops would die, pay to protect their patches, or manually monitor them every few minutes. This system punished players for logging out and put plant cures into this weird space where they were very rarely used. So he fixed it by removing death from farming completely. That's good. If it's something that's going to help out new players, always a good thing. Changes. Disease farming patches will now remain in the disease state until the player cures them. The farmer's catalyst fragment now cures disease patches when worn and grants shadow infused herbs whenever you cure a patch with it. The miraculous treatment has now been reworked and is now a liquid patch bomb, which works the same as a regular patch bomb but is craftable with the invention skill. Okay, compost bins. Previously, compost bins were a bit of a pain. You had to manage every bin individually to store a pretty minuscule amount of compost. On top of that, there was always the chance that you could run higher tier compost, wasting your time. We've made the following changes to fix this. Compost bins now access a single compost mound, which holds 1,000 of each processed compost type and up to 1,000 of each unprocessed type. The bins process 3 compost every 5 minutes. Okay, this is really cool. All compost bins have been graphically updated. That's incredibly important. No, it is cool though. It's good for new players. The super compost potion now converts 15 compost, starting with unprocessed compost to processed super compost. Okay. The compost mound familiar scroll now places 15 compost in your compost bin with a 10% chance to get super compost. Cast the special on any bin to use it. The player-owned farm bull perk now offers 1 in 5 or 1 in 3 chance to prevent half of the compost bin being processed from being consumed. This chance rounds down. Okay, so that's very cool. Nightshade patch. The Nightshade patch currently grants only 1 piece of produce per run, making it a bit pointless. As we're sure you've noticed, it also sometimes uses the term belladonna, which is inconsistent. Changes. The belladonna patch has been renamed the Nightshade patch. The belladonna seeds are now cave nightshade seeds. The patch has been updated to work in a similar manner to herb patches, granting a minimum of 3 produce and working with compost and other buffs. Okay, this is very cool as well. Again, I've not done a ton of farming stuff, but it's good to see a lot of stuff being changed. So that's a lot of farming stuff, as you can see. And then you've got thieving changes down here. The former Sticky Fingers relic power is now a baseline feature, allowing players to automatically pickpocket victims with a single click. Oh, you can now... Wait, is this from always? Wait, so now thieving is always like when you do the elves? If so, that is freaking huge. Holy crap. The new Sticky Fingers relic power will speed up the rate at which you automatically pickpocket by 50%. Okay, that's actually a really clever way to balance it. The Master Camo outfit no longer offers auto pickpocket, but retains the increased chance of success and stun avoidance. The Desert Phoenix no longer requires you to have completed the hard desert area achievements to automatically pick feathers. Cool. That's really cool. I like that. Loot table changes. All bosses dropping grimy herbs will now drop seeds of the same type of herb in reduced amounts. Abyssal Lords, Vile Lords, and Nature's Grove creatures have had their herb drops reduced. You can still get herbs normal way from Slayer creatures, but at reduced rate. Okay, so bosses have lost herbs, their own seeds now, and Slayer still have them, but there's less herbs than you would have got, which is fine. Skilling needs some love. If PVM has to take a little hit, I think that's fine. I won't be doing any of this probably, except taking a quick look at it. But other than that, I still think that it does need a lot of love for skilling, and I think this is just one step or one chunk out of the whole thing. And obviously they're only covering a few skills here, mostly farming. But there's definitely a step in the right direction. I think this is absolutely great, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in the game next week. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on this? This is a lot to take in. There's a lot of changes here, and to be honest, I quite like the idea of the thieving one. That's freaking huge for new players. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys.